Hello, it's Nigel M0CRT here, and I just thought I'd like to spend a few minutes with you talking through my experiences with a new SDR that I've received in the past week. This has been built specially for me by G0UIL, Dean Bryce, and he's based the design on the si570 soft rock chipset. And it's an absolute peach. It's got between about 5 and 10 watts output from what I've seen at the moment, and whilst I've only made a single contact at the minute via PSK31, I haven't used it in transmitting anger just yet, but I thought I'd show you the software and the setup, which is really quite interesting. The software itself utilizes the SDR itself utilizes the PowerSDR software. It's the special version of the software which uses the K9NS build with the appropriate drivers for the Homeg SDR rig, so it emulates an SDR 1000, Flex SDR 1000. So with the interface loaded, let's just check the settings. We've got the USB adapter set here, so that tells me that it's connected to the USB port without an issue. I'll go through the setup in a little minute, in a while. We've also got the audio setup and the primary. At the moment, I'm taking the input via a line in and going via the line out through the speaker here. So we'll click cancel and we will start the radio. So this is the current setting we have at the moment. It's currently set to 40 meters, an FT8 frequency of 7.074 megahertz. Waterfall, as you can see here, has been set nicely, so I can see the relevant signals coming in. I've currently got the SDR connected to a tuner, an AT100 Pro 2 auto tuner, with the HF vertical on the back of it. And let's have a scroll around. I'm using a special tuning unit here to be able to just scroll with the Griffin Flex control units. And we can follow appropriate signals here. We've got another change. We go to 20 meters. You can see at the top there also we've got the DX results coming in there from the DX cluster. Switch to 80 meters. And back to 40. What I thought would be a good idea is if we just drop back on the FT8 frequency. We've got some signals coming in there, as you can hear. And we're going to set this up now for FT8. So in order to do this on PowerSDR, we use the virtual audio cables, or VAC. So if you go into Setup and go VAC, you can see I've already got set up the input and the output cables here. So I'm going to enable VAC. At the moment I've also got those set to 48 kilohertz for the sampling rate. Also what I have here in cat control
is I have the cat enabled. Now you say, what am I going to need that for? Well, with the program that I'm using for the FT8, which is JTDX, I've had a particular issue with getting it to communicate with PowerSDR, so the one easy fix to this is to actually use the cat control here. So enabling this with both a COM port for cat, so the frequency is transmitted down to the FT8 program, but also the PTT control as well for switching this into switching the SDR into transmit. And it is mimicking a TS2000 as well, as you can see. So you also ask, well, how do you set that up? Well, VSP Manager, VSP MGR, is a piece of software here which is freely available to radio amateurs. And you can see that we've created two virtual COM ports, one for the cat and one for the PTT. COM 12 into PowerSDR. COM 13 will be the COM ports that I will connect on the FT8 software, and similarly with the PTT between COM port 14 and 15. So I'd certainly suggest you look at the VSP Manager by K5FR. Excellent piece of software. So with that in mind, we're ready to go. So VAC is enabled, and the cat and the PTT are set. So what we will now do is we'll move that slightly out of the way. I'm going to run up JTDX. And with JTDX loaded, I'm just going to take a look at the settings in here at the moment. So settings for JTDX, for the radio, I've selected the rig, which is correct, the Kenwood TS2000. As we said, it's mimicking that, and the serial port is set. So if we actually now open our VSP Manager, you can see that JTDX is actually seen on COM port 13, which is as we're seeing here. So it's very nice and visual to see exactly what's going on with the VSP Manager. The audio is set to come in off line 2, which is correct. We're actually seeing reception coming in now, and we also can confirm the line output settings here, which actually I do need to adjust slightly, which will go back to line 1. Input from line 2 and output back to line 1, which mimics in the opposite way round the VAC here, input and output. So you can see how it works. Input is virtual cable 1, which will be the output virtual cable 1 from JTDX, and the output here for virtual cable 2 will be the input virtual cable 2 on JTDX to receive the signals. I'm hoping that makes sense. Have a little bit of a play around with it, and I think you'll find that it will make sense once you've had a quick switch around with the cables and seen what response you get. So at the moment here we've got reception coming in. If I bring over the graphing, you can see the appropriate FT8 transmissions coming in here over the radio. Now the good thing with PowerSDR, you can see that we've got the signal here coming in. You can see them. This is our bandwidth for reception. What I can do is I can drill into there a little bit more. I can also change the bandwidth here with these functions. I can make it a little bit narrower, so I can reduce the noise at the edge there, and obviously avoid the JT65 signals that will be further up the band. You can see the transmissions coming in there now on the left. We're on 40 meters, and yeah, at this time of night we should be hearing mid to near Europe on here, which is about right. And that's really the FT8 setup, certainly on receive. You can see that works very well. The cat is all set for transmission, and the next video I'll want to show you is the transmission and a basic QSO in FT8 with this most excellent SDR radio. So until then, I'll see you around.